I reversed the judgment on Mr. Shane. I had to heal. I had to take time to heal. What I've done was not a sign of a great leader. I should not have sent Sekhmet on someone so clueless. So I took a heavy hit on myself. My leg is still not fully functional, and I was very sick. I was healing. So Mr. Shane is safe, but he's not safe from justice. Now I have a message for someone who I thought to be a friend for many, many years. One of best friends. Tomek. I know that you will watch this. I have given you ample time to come, step up and speak your truth. You have not done that for a long time. Yes, I knew since the beginning of last year, and I had to pretend, because I wanted to see your face when I give you clues. I wanted to see your reactions. You did not step up, so now you're under judgment. You caused so much suffering in my life, behind my back, without me even knowing. You say to our mutual friends that I'm evil, that what I do is evil, that my gifts are evil. Let me tell you what's evil. Evil is that Georgiana waited until I'm without a house, ready to move to a new country, to start a new life with her. Until I sent all my money to her. Before she told me that she has someone else. And I didn't even know that her son is your son in that moment. Evil is when she tried to blackmail me afterwards, after taking everything from me and leaving me with debt and homeless. She tried to blackmail me to still pay for the child. And I still paid for the child for almost 5 years without seeing him, without being able to see him. And you let me go through this without ever telling me the truth. Evil is that when that bitch from America contacted her, she sold me out for money. She gave out information about me. Anything that could further defame my character. She accepted money for filing a case against me so that I lose the rights, the parental rights. Because that bitch from America wanted to cause me pain. She also found out about the cat, Leo. The cat that got me through all this depression. The cat that I loved the most. And they killed that cat. Just to cause me pain. And regardless of everything that happened, I kept getting up and I stayed loving and kind, helpful. So God kept rewarding me with further gifts. And you call those gifts evil because you're envious. You're always envious behind my back. And you think I don't know it. You think I don't see the size of your ego. I'm disappointed in you. It's evil that you let me go through this for so long without telling me the truth. And now you too can go fuck yourself again. Next. My ticket to the event in Ireland. The Emerald Convergence. Was cancelled. Rejection is your protection. I don't think Z has ordered to do this. I hope so. But it looks like it's been a collaboration between Noko and Mr. Shane. Definitely Noko wrote the email threatening me with police, saying that my pictures were passed to the hotel so that they call police if they see me. I never gave anybody any of my pictures, and I never gave anybody my details, which means further proves that I've been stalked, and I am stalked all the time. Mrs. Noko, Z has done so much good for you. She took care for you. I don't even care that you don't like me. I never done anything to you. You just followed the blind lies. But when I was with Amanda, during the certain phase on Christmas, I was the one who insisted that she contacts Z and they both together give you a bonus for your children. I cared for you and you didn't even know it. I messaged you. I left a comment a year ago on your page telling you that living in fear will only further destroy your health. And I recommended that you make your peace with God and that you build your connection to God stronger. I know that she threatened you to traffic your children if you tell anyone anything that happened. This is why I said to make your connection to God stronger. God would protect your children, but you chose otherwise. You made a blood pact with them, sworn to protect your lies together. And you did some pretty bad stuff. A certain demon that you called in, all of you. Once Amanda is dead, that demon will come for the rest of you, one by one, and it will be kaput. And then it will come for your children. It will erase your bloodlines. I bet that she did not tell you that. Miss Morgana was supposed to pass this demon to me, but I did not take the bait. Don't insult my intelligence. She has done so much for you, and you have done so much behind her back. You fucked her husband fucked you. You all had an orgy. It's going to come out soon. But I will leave you with this. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because your end is near, and you know it. And there's nothing any of you can do to stop it. Next, Dr. Margarita. Even though you had not been a part of all this, to a certain degree, in hiding crimes of others is also a crime, both in a human justice system and in the divine justice system. Amanda told you that she did something on me, but she only gave you a tiny tip of an iceberg, just so it's believable and just so you feel sorry for her. You should have not believed her lies. I sent you an email 1 year ago, warning you about the black magic, about her practices. I gave you an evidence. You still believe her. What did she tell you? That I'm evil? Because I made few videos when it looks like I'm doing black magic on her? Kikimora? First of all, Kikimora is a negative servitor. It's a domovoi. She can be perceived as negative or positive. Negative because they are known to be causing nightmares. But it's a servant. It helps around the house. Another thing is, there was no real Kikimoras. That was just a show. It was a show to take her attention away and make her seek a solution to a problem that does not exist. In fact, she was haunted by my ancestors for all the lies that she was spreading about me. The mirror thing, that actually did not work, and I will tell you why. It did not work because Miss Morgana lived in Germany for 5 years. And in my reality, past, present, and future mixes up all the time. So, the two people doing the same thing on me that I've seen were actually one and the same person who was controlling everything behind, like a puppet master. So basically I bound her to herself, which makes no sense. She is still being ruined by backfires of her own magic, and I had nothing to do with that. I do not have to do anything. My anointing is complete. When my anointing is complete, I reach my divinity. And when I'm in my divinity, I have access to prophetic and divine magic, which uses the power of my magnetism. The more gold combines with Mercury inside the spine, the more electrical energy is channeled from the ether into that Mercury. And the more electrical energy, the faster the Mercury spins. The faster the Mercury spins, the stronger the magnetic field, the stronger the attraction. I attract everything like magnet, like crazy magnet. Humans, animals, spirits, events, opportunities, chances. You can call it luck. It's pure science. I don't have to bind myself. I don't have to force anything to work for me. Everything responds to my command because it wants to respond to my command, because of who I am and because of my purity. The wildlife, it treats me like one of their own. Wild horses, squirrels, pigeons, anything that surrounds me. The trees talk to me. You see, on the edge between 10th and 9th dimension, there is a throne, and on that throne there sits a Lord of the world. This is the first, foremost, highest form of the soul before division. Then going down, there is a second throne below it, and on that throne there sits Krishna, Jesus, Buddha, and then below that there is a third throne, and on that throne I was sitting at some point. And then I renounced that throne because nobody below that throne, no one wanted to take this mission. No one wanted to come here and do this. So it had to be me. I renounced that throne and I entered a chain of thousands of incarnations to get to level at which I am now, to be here in this moment, to guide humanity and help and clean this place from all evil. If you were truly channeling Mary Magdalene, she would tell you who I am. You might seem like a crone, Miss Margarita, but you're still a young soul. You still have much to learn. Now, the Spirit calls for final judgment, and final judgment has to be made. Xiang Ming Wang. Every archangel is worth fighting for. And I try to fight for you and pull you out of this misery. But I cannot protect you from yourself. You have not mastered the art of detachment, of which you spoke so nicely in one of your videos. You have not deserved your crown. You cling to Mr. Shane so much that he will ruin your life completely. Nobody meets their twin flame by hooking up on Tinder or whatever it was. You hooked up with him and he asked you if you can stay at your place for a few days. That's where he knew that he can manipulate the shit out of you. He had you at hello. Are you surprised I know this? Is there anything I cannot know? Past, future, present, it's all the same. You reversed judgment on him and allowed him back into your energy. And you had a one-night stand. After I gave you a gift, I worked with my ancestors and your ancestors on purifying your aura, on clearing your energy field. It was even visible in your videos. You were glowing. You were happy. And then you tarnished that gift by allowing the demon to reconnect to you and open your wound again, your self-esteem wound. And everything collapsed. What Mr. Shane told you, he told you that he's changing? He told you that he's going to church, to gym? Not a chance. You lack discernment. You show that you're naive and weak, easy to manipulate. There has to be balance between dark and light. You cannot pretend that you just all light, love and light, and reject your shadow. You have to face your shadow, learn your shadow, to be able to be in control of your shadow and not allow your shadow to control you. But you seem to have a problem with temptation. The wound was opened, a childhood wound which you have not cleared completely, which means you still have a lot to heal. I don't know what you're teaching in that academy, but you need to focus on yourself. By doing so, you entered another 7-year cycle, a karmic cycle. I strongly advise you to separate yourself from everything that's toxic in your life, including people. I tried to warn you about them. Separate yourself and keep healing. Work on yourself. And unfortunately now, I have to call judgment on you. Your Earth Angel status is revoked. You will lose your status and you will lose your benefits that comes from this status. You will lose your protection. I will not be allowed to protect you anymore. You will lose your immunities. Your health will deteriorate. I recommend you check your sexual health. And also, congratulations on your pregnancy, the 4th one. With the loss of Earth Angel status, you will lose your gift of singing and you won't be able to monetize it anymore. You did not follow my instructions and guidance to step out of false reality into the truth. Choosing to continue living behind masks and pretend in front of public that your life is an example to follow, to keep money and status, will cause you to lose all of that and more. You should have called police and make sure Shane goes where his place is, in mental asylum. A husband who abuses you under influence and threatens you is a sociopath and not a husband. Now you will have to prepare for the most embarrassing moment in your life. You will have to work with Royal Canadian Mounted Police and help them locate every man in Earthstar Academy who paid your husband for sex and inform them of possible HIV contamination. You can only imagine the consequences and lawsuits that will follow. I advise you to keep Kara away from him. He will molest her. When it comes to money funneled from Earthstar Academy towards destroying my life, I will ask court to transfer the equivalent of that plus interest into a charity of my choice. My judgment is done and case closed. Please do not try to insult me by offering me monetary gift. I see you. Fallen angels are born on earth. They're not born in heaven. And now it's time that I show the world what I've been working for the past 1.5 years. And that will make me world famous. Maybe even the most famous. But that's a requirement for me to take over the rule of this planet as an emperor. This is only the first step, but the most important. Humans need to be ruled. Sheep need a shepherd. If humans were doing a good job, I wouldn't have to be here. That's all I have to say.